Since we are recording, I am putting this stipulation. If you do not want your images or your actual picture or video to be seen on this recording, please just mute out your camera because this is going on our YouTube channel for you to be able to go back and get later. If you are comfortable with your image being seen and you did not leave the channel, then that means that you are okay with your information that is appearing on the screen to be visible for those visiting our YouTube channel. Okay, perfect. Got all the legalities out of the way. So again, like I said, welcome to our study hall tonight. We've been going over some different contents in the last few weeks that are culminating tonight into actually creating a marketing strategy. Okay. All right, no problem. So if we lose you guys, don't worry about it. Just I'm going to try to get all these videos up tonight, the ones that I've been working on, and then I'm going to do tonight ones too, because this is going to be important. Not saying the other ones aren't, but this is actually the culmination of everything we work together so that you guys can come back and work on it this week and get out there and start marketing. So who needs help with their page that they want to market tonight? Do some fine tuning to it before we get started. Just raise your hand. I can pull up your page, see what we need to do, give you some pointers on it. If everybody's good to go, we're going to just dive into ChatGPT and start creating a marketing campaign for our page.
I just want to be clear. This is Phyllis. We're working on the comparison page, right?
Yep, if
Advertising.
if
Okay.
you yep. So some
Okay.
people haven't done a comparison page yet, but they have another page that we've worked through, either their information page, their navigation page, or their transition page, that they are going to market. So until they get their commercial page. If you have your commercial page, that's what I'm marketing. That's what I'm going to be talking to ChatGPT to market with. So we're going to go from that route, but the technique's going to be the same no matter what type of page you're going to be marketing. Especially if you've asked ChatGPT to help you create the page with the information, gaining information in there, targeting different things. So we're going to use that same stream. If you haven't, I'm going to show you how to word it so that you can get the information that you need to target your market. Yes, Mr. William.
My paper is in draft right now, and I'm trying to connect an image to a link, but it's a backlink, and it looks like I might have to publish it before I do the connection. Is that right? Does that sound right?
No, as long as it's still in draft and you're working on it, you can do everything in draft. You don't have to publish it to add images or links. It needs to be in draft technically to add that stuff to it.
Okay, I must be doing it wrong. Okay, I'll get it.
What kind are you using a picture from
A
another?
pic- yeah, it's from I got it from Pixabay,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just trying to connect it with a backlink that I have.
Okay, so what you need to do is go to when you're in your on your page, make sure you're
Hmm.
not in rank math. There's a little icon between your rank math setting and another setting. It looks like a book. Open that book and it brings you
Oh,
to your regular WordPress settings to where you can go and add links to your images.
okay.
Let me show you. So I'll show you because a lot of people are when you're in your rank math, they don't know how to toggle between the two. So if you're here on your page, you see your rank math, you see this icon, and you see save. This brings
Right.
you back to your block settings to where you can actually come in and edit your video, your pictures, your images, and this is where you're going to put your
Okay.
links.
Okay, that's for what I probably was not at. Okay.
Yep. So if you're in your rank math, it'll ask you about your images. So when you come here, you can actually just click on your image and do your link. But to get your alternative text, you have to be in your WordPress block page section to actually put that in there. And this is very vital that you have this containing also your key phrases, either one or two. You don't need to put them all in here, but each image needs to be associated with at least one of your key phrases. Okay.
Okay, that's all right. That's where I'm having issues, but okay, I got it now.
Yep. So if you just click on the image, whether you're here or in Rank Math, this is where you should have this toolbar. Then you're going to click this link. You're going to click on this button where it says edit. And this is where you're literally going to paste in the back link. So if you have the link for, say we're going to use this one, you just copy this link, come back here, put it in here. You're going to hit the down button, make sure it opens in a new tab, and then you're going to save. Like this one needs to be my Velveeta. This one goes to, what's this one down here? We're going to do that one and brain. And open a new tab and then save. And then I just want to make sure that I save my information here so that everything is where it needs to be.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So with that being said, I've been working on this, started working on it to see how I wanted to do it. So I did it two different ways. I actually went and started a new one, but I spelled commercial wrong. So I thought I wanted to do it in Spanish. So it didn't find the right one. So I actually had to go in and tell it, hey, go back to my commercial investigation page that we worked on. This is what I want. Let's create a marketing plan. So if you're working from scratch, you have to tell it, hey, I have this page. This is my blog page. This is the information I have that I've gathered. Can you please, let's create a marketing strategy. And that's what you want to tell it. And that's what I've put in here. I want to create a marketing campaign. Okay. It gave me some information here that I want to do. And I told it based on the 5-hour energy drinks and things like that, this is one I just did from scratch. And because I didn't spell my campaign list right, it didn't find it. So it picked up on my Velveeta comparison to other things that I had. So it did it from that. So I went back to my original page and said, all right, let's start here because now you've already read it. You're here. Let's continue. Can we now create a marketing campaign for this project? And I always be polite, say, please, address it, information. And it tells me, yes, we're going to create it across multiple platforms. Okay. Brain versus energy drinks. Blog page complete with audience targeting, content ideas, and call to actions, which is exactly what you want. So then you're going to come through here and you're going to look at your campaign title. Now, your campaign title is basically going to be your ad title. Okay. And you can get more detailed into this as you figure out what it's telling you or based on your campaign strategy. You can expand on that generic title. So this is going to be our overall campaign to the mass markets. And once we get the mass markets, then we can start toning in or dialing in our campaign to target more of our niche audience, which is people that we relate directly to. Meaning your niche is people that are in the same situations you're in. They're dealing with the same problems, the same issues. They're probably in your same economic sphere. They probably go to the same types of church, listen to the same types of music. They're your people that you relate to. You can talk to them in the street. They don't, things that you say don't go over their head, or they don't, look at you like you're weird. So that's your niche target audience in anything that you market. That doesn't say those are the only people you market to. That's why we're developing a campaign, because we want to see how our products, the way we've written it, who we can market it to. Okay. And based on that information, that's what we want to create our ads around. Now we're using the same topic, okay, for our campaign. So in this instance, I'm using my commercial investigation. If you're using one of your information page or your transitional pages or even your navigation page, you want to make sure that you're on that stream so that ChatGPT or whatever AI program you're using can utilize the information that you've gained or that you've brought into your research to help it target your actual market. Now, if you haven't used it, the best thing that you can do is copy your page directly from your website and paste it in and say, this is my blog page. I would like to create a marketing campaign or marketing strategy based on this information from this blog page, and start straight from there. That way it can read it and it will compile a marketing campaign based on your blog page. Okay, that way there's no discrepancy. You're not thinking one thing and it thinks another. It will go based exactly what you put in there. Now, if you want to add more information to it, do that before you tell it to create the campaign. After you post your blog page, add more information in there and then say create a blog page. Okay, so that's the way you can do whatever page you want. And you make sure you tell it that you need it to create either a campaign or a marketing strategy. So marketing strategy is basically the same way. It's going to be a little bit more in depth. I want it to do a campaign because I already know how to strategize. The campaign is going to give me a little bit more of a target on my audience, my messages, my platform strategies, and where I need to go to. A campaign strategy is basically going to ask you, who's your target audience? Where do you want to market to? So you have to look at the terminology a little bit. So if you understand strategizing, then you can just go straight to your campaign. Because I've already done that before, it knows my target audience that I want to create. But because I'm doing this comparison, it created a target audience for me based on the information I researched, because everybody does energy drinks, everybody's into nutrition, and most of your target audience are health conscious people. Now, if I want to up this age, I can, probably will, because this is outside my age range. Those of us that are maturing adults beside over this age, we still want to be healthy. We still need that little pick me up every now and again. So we want to make sure that we market to these people. But the rest of it falls right into my category. So this is going to be your core message. So in the campaign, we have our target campaign title. So this is sort of like a subtitle. However, when you're advertising, these could be standalone titles for your ads. Okay. So don't neglect that when you're going to create your ad. So now it's telling me my strategies for my campaign, where I want to go to. Okay. Blog post, SEO, we've already done that. It's already got my short tail, long tail key phrases. Already done that. Okay. So this is even saying that I can send out newsletters. And for those of you that have an email list, and the email list is generated from your CRM. Those of you that are doing your CRM messages, this could be part of your email list for your 2 weeks that you're working with your V-marketing. If you're like me and I have my Response Magic and have an email list that I've generated from the years I've been using it, and I do send out emails, newsletters, it's automatically on my Response Magic, then this is where I can go in and create an email with this subject line. Now, this is just the strategy. This is just the outline of telling me what I need to do. We haven't created these actual points yet. Same thing with social media. Okay. So social media does the same thing. Which we've done. It says do a short reel. This is be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of the media, social medias. This is telling you the content ideas that you can use to get more eyes on your page. Now, one of the things we want to make sure that we are doing that I know a lot of you forget to do is after you create this information, go immediately into your your comments section on your own post and tell them read more, and then put your link to your page, not the direct link to your affiliate. The whole point is to get eyes and customers to your website so they can see all the other things you have to offer. Okay, some of you send them directly to your affiliate and you never get traffic to your website. Sure, you might be gaining a customer, but they're only going to be there for this one product. What if they want to see other things you have or your other products? They can't see that. So you want to make sure that you're always sending them straight to your website, okay, for this particular product that you're marketing. So these are things you can talk, and this is one of those things that are going to make some people uncomfortable, because some of these you have to actually physically be you. Like this side-by-side ingredient price comparison, you can just do a chart. You can hold up the boxes and say, this is what's in this one, this is what's in this one based on information. And you can talk behind the scenes and just show the product. What's really in your energy drink? Same thing. Do a comparison side by side. This is what's in our brain. This is what's in 5 Hour. This is, if you have a Monster, this is what's in your Monster drink. Testimonials. You can talk about, or even if Velveeta has video of people doing testimonials, then you can go in and grab those snippets and piece them together and create your own reel from them and use that information. Doctor's quotes are the same thing. You can go to Relief Snap on TikTok and get that. You can go to Velveeta Official, look under their videos and get some of the clips from the guy that does it on Wednesday nights, that talks about the different products that we have, and the benefits, the ingredients in there. You can use some of those clips. Remember, you want to use short clips. You don't want to give the whole explanation, but that's also a great place where you can have the video downloaded onto your site so they can see the complete video, the complete explanation, but you only want to do about a minute. If you're on TikTok and you've been there for a while, you can do up to a 10-minute video. I don't suggest you doing a 10-minute video if it's not you personally. You want to just do a snippet. Just do a short 1 minute, 60-second video clip of a doctor talking about that, or you doing a snap demo, meaning you're like I've done it. I'm sitting in the car rider line. It's like I'm half asleep because I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got 20 minutes to sit in the car rider line to pick up my grandkids, and I'm falling asleep. Perfect time to take a snap. I've actually done those videos. Take a snap, wait 15 seconds. Okay, I'm ready to go again. I'm wide awake. Let's go. So, and that took 10, 15 seconds. I just did little bit of talking. Why am I so tired? Oh, I need another snap. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I got a lot more to do. Let me take a snap. Be ready to go. It's just that simple. And then post it. You're going to save it. You're going to post it on all your social media accounts. You're going to post it on your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube. You're going to do it on Pinterest. You're going to do it on TikTok. Any of the other platforms that we use, like Alignable, MeWe, all of those business accounts, you can do those types of videos and send them directly to your website page so that they can see what is this brain thing, So these are some great things that you can do. And then it gives you the hashtags to use. Every social media platform, you need to have hashtags. Even in your website, at the bottom of your page, add some hashtags. I haven't done it yet, but I've been reading, like down here at the very bottom of my page where it ends in this block, put hashtags. Put the same hashtags that you would on your social media platform. Because when people search hashtags on Google searches, on any search engine platform, anywhere that hashtag shows up, pops up. So you want it to not only pop up on your social media, you want your website to pop up for that hashtag. So down at the very bottom of your page, or even at the very top, I prefer the bottom because I don't want my information to get lost because people's looking at hashtags. Put it at the bottom, right here. Okay. Hashtags are key to what this generation searches for. Okay. All right, so we're going to use the hashtags and then graphics. This is another key element. Most people search by visual. If it catches their eye, then they'll read the content. All right. If you don't understand social media platforms, here's the way it goes. Videos get first priority. Then an image, if you have an image, then charts, which is technically considered an image, but not always, and then content only. That's on every social media platform. Video, image, graphs, content. So if you don't have at least a picture, preferably a video that you've created or made that goes along with your post, it's going to get lost in the feed. Probably won't even show up unless they are directly in your influence. Okay. The other thing is when you post an influence on the social media, make sure you do your @followers as one of your tags. You want to do hashtag everybody or everyone, I think is it. And you want to do, what's the other one? Highlight. I think it's @highlight. So that means anybody that has viewed your page before or something that you've posted on social media before, they will get a notification that you've posted something else and they can go and view it. If you don't include those tags, then only your immediate or if you paid for marketing will see your information, which is something you don't want. Okay. Hold up. What's going on here? There we go. I got to get a new cord. So we want to make sure that you have those on your social media profiles. Okay. So those are the @ and followers, the hashtag everyone, and the @ highlight for your social media. And so these are the things that we do. We are done. This is one of the things I have to ask about. Carousel with facts like sugar in your energy drink. So I'm thinking a carousel is maybe a video. I've never done this or probably didn't know what it's called. So I'm going to be asking it what this is and to give me some examples of it here later. So this is the other thing, email funnels. So here's the email. You're going to send them out an email, shocking energy, the shocking truth about energy drinks. The hook, what's hiding in your pick-me-up. So this is going to be when you're sending the email out and it asks for the title of the email. This is where you're going to put the title, and then you're going to give a little bit of information, and then at the bottom, the call to action, read the blog to see why brain is the smarter solution. So you're going to give them a little bit of information. It needs to be at least a paragraph long, not too long, and then say read more. Then you're going to send another email, break down ingredients. So you're going to have the active ingredients, what's in brain, what it does for you. Try brain for yourself, limited time offer. Send them back to your page. And this information should be on your page. You can also send them to a different page. This could be your transition page where you're actually selling your product. Your testimonial page, showcase social proof. This could be your information page. So you could actually send them to 3 different pages, or this could be all on the same page, which is your commercial investigation page, which should have a little bit of all of this information on it. Okay, and then it's talking about your ads. Where should you add to advertise? Google and Facebook ads. It's telling you your keywords that you need to include. These should be your hashtags. And then it gives you copy example.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but your screen is going in and out. 1 minute it's clear, next minute it's fuzzy. I just wanted to mention it. Sorry to interrupt. Thought you might
Is
want to
that for
know.
everybody? Is that happening?
Yeah, it is for me too.
It's fuzzy all the time for me.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
I'm being
it's fuzzy wuzzy.
I'm being a Rory right now with this fuzzy.
There you go, you got it.
Yep, yep.
That's what I thought of, Sheila, when it happened.
All right. So let me clear some of this. So is it still
Much better.
fuzzy? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. So hopefully it clears up. It'll be clear when I post the video for you guys. So this is the ones that we're going to be basically centralizing on is our ad campaigns for our Google and Facebook ads. And we're going to be asking it to navigate and create ads. All right. But then call to actions through campaign. So here's some literally call to actions that it wants us to do. These can be your headlines for your ads, which is what I would put it as. Or if you're creating your ad, this could be your last line on your ad to send them to your page so that they can either purchase, learn, get more information, or just discover what you've written. Okay. This will also, if you're in here, create images, very unique images based on your campaign, if you want it to do that. One of the things I do want it to clarify is I want it to tell me what is a carousel. So I'm going to ask it, can you explain what a carousel? How'd I spell it? My brain shot. Correct.
Sheila, your battery's low. You may, are you plugged in? That may
Yeah.
be the cause.
I plugged it in. It's very low. That's why I said it's got a, I don't know if it's my cord or if my hole is wallered out a little bit. It's not staying connected. So, right, it's what I thought it was. A carousel is a mini slideshow or story that educates. So it's giving me an example. What's really in your energy drink? Tension grabber 1, shocking energy facts. And so basically it's giving me a rundown of carousel, which is what I wanted to do. So there's the information of a carousel. It's just a slide, basically a slide content for your product. So you would have your product, the benefits. You would start out the way this one is said, and start out with, say you have a picture of Monster. Say, are you drinking this? This is what's in it. This is some shocking information. Then you would pull up maybe an article of where that product was harmful to somebody, or pull up some harmful facts or statistics. Then you would have a side-by-side breakdown, which is what we have as our comparison chart. Then you would have price comparison. Now, ours is not going to be as comparable and as some of the other ones as far as price goes. Ours is always going to look more expensive. But then when you go and look at the ingredients in it versus what's in the other ones, the side effects, and also the fact that ours is deliverable in a monthly case in 2 to 3 days, no matter where you're at, the benefits of that, then it outweighs it significantly. Then you can do the health impacts. You can do, again, same thing. You can do a graph, a chart, compared, and then here's the text that would go along with it. So this is basically just images. You're creating an image profile. Then you can show the packets. I don't have mine with me right now. You can show the little packets versus a big drink, that they have to guzzle versus a little snap. Very convenient. And then testimonials. This is where you can have a picture of Bella Vita. If they have it on their website with the picture of the customer, bring it over and literally copy it, create an image around that information, and just put it in there. You can have a packet of Bella Vita, have that quote from that person, and be done with it. And then a call to action. And this tells you where you need to put them. Instagram, and it actually says carousel post, carousel ad, if you're using Pinterest, and then LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a great place because all the executives that I used to work with, they always walked around with a Monster or some type of energy drink. Or they had coffee. So this will be a great substitute for those that need that coffee fix at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to stay awake and to function. So this will be a great place that you can market this carousel. So I'm going to stop this share and ask if there's any questions so far of what we've gone over.
I don't necessarily have a question. This is more of a clarity type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So on what you just showed on ChatGPT, where it said slide images, are you stating that if you're making a video, they're kind of giving you a script? Is that what we're to
Yes.
understand?
So
Oh, okay, cool. I
so
got
what
it.
they're doing is when you ask it to create a carousel for you,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I did. I said, explain to me what a carousel is and give me an example of it based on my information. And that's what it did. So it's telling me use an image, and this is
Mm-hmm.
what your image should contain, and this is the verbiage that goes along with your image.
Okay.
So if those of you that are in the memes program, over the last 5 years, we've got plenty of memes for our Velveeta products. So this will be a great use of the memes is in these carousels. The only thing that you would have to add to them would be your competitors' information or some charts and graphs with the side-by-side comparisons like I have in my page that I ask it to create for me based on the 4 products I told it to compare with the brain. So those are types of images that I would put. And then at the heading of it, of the image, I would have that content that they said, hey, this needs to go in there.
Okay. Now, what exactly is memes? I kind of remember you and I talking about it, but
So memes is literally a graphic with a saying on it that pertains to your product. So let me get my memes pulled up and I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'll share my screen again because it seems like when I look for it to go find it, it doesn't always want to be cooperative.
Memes are typically funny,
I know
Yeah.
what a meme is.
they're
I
not
just
funny
need to.
anymore. They're pretty much just our domain on there. They
Okay.
sometimes they have wording,
Mhm.
but I've asked Rory to change the buddy
Okay.
wall, so
Thank you. I know what a
it's
meme
still me.
is. I just need to associate it with affiliate marketing, if that makes sense to you
Yeah.
guys.
So I'm
And I'm
going to
probably being my usual
no, you're
literal,
not because there's a lot of
asking
people
too
that
many questions self.
oh no, that's where you learn. So this is the memes for biome that we had back in March. So if I was doing biome, let me open it. Open up, baby girl. There you come. So this is a meme. Now you can go, I subscribe to these because Roy asked me to, but I always created my memes. I still do. If
Mhm.
the memes we have do not convey the message I want to send, I'll go into Canva and create my own. I know Shar does as well. But this is what a meme is. So what you could do is get the ones that we have for brain and literally create a carousel story with them. You can create a storyline with this, and it has all this information here already. And according to our campaign, it gave us some things to put in it. So what I would do was take this to Canva and add in bold typing at the top of this, if this was my brain one, that caption it said to put with the image.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would save it. But on Canva, and we'll do that next week. We'll be here next week. Yeah. Next week, we'll show you how to use Canva to create these in a video, how you can put your timing in it, how you can have your spacing and everything. Actually, I have one of those already on my YouTube channel, how to create a video with Canva. But this would be a perfect storyline. And you just put the images in a particular order to create a story based on how you want your campaign to flow.
So do we all have access to this, or only those of you who've been doing this a while?
This is a paid program.
Okay.
The means. Now you can use Canva and create your own. You can actually use there's other programs. If you have Paint, you can go in and use Paint on your computer and import a picture, create graphics on it, create text on it, and save it that way. And then go into Canva and create a video. I can't remember if the video, I think video was free to create videos. Just the images. So if you use images on Canva and you're not paying for Canva, which is I think it's like $12.95 or something like that, $15 or something a month. They do have lots of free images, blanks images that you can go in and manipulate. But I always import images that I want and use different backgrounds and settings that you can find and import it and use their techniques and information, and then create your own memes until you decide you want to get into the memes program.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, so somebody else was asking or sent me a message on what kind of programs we use to resize. So every computer that I know of comes with Paint. So you can just go to your Windows program, go into the search and type in Paint. And there's the Paint app. You can open it up. And once you get in here, this is where you literally import your image. You can bring your image in. You can go in, once you get the image in, you can go in here and you can change the image. You can reshape it. You can size it down. You also have Paint 3D, which gives you more options that you can put in there. So it just depends on what you want to. This is also a place where you can go ahead and import your picture or your image. You just come up here to file, you go in here to where it says open. Mine actually can open, import it to Canva after I get finished with it. You can go in and just start with new, grab a picture, whatever you want to, bring it over. You can drop and drag an image if you have it on screen. And then from here, you can go in and, you know, write on it. You can erase on it. You can, you know, basically do anything. You can change colors, add colors, layers. So, but you have to play with it. This is not something that we're going to have time to go in and explain to you how to use Paint on your computer. This is where you go in and literally play with it. And then once you get finished, you always want to make sure you hit save and then save as the option. And then make sure you send it to the file that you've created to save it in. Like I have a file in my in my Dropbox that says resized. And then I have it labeled the different sizes. And then I also have it labeled per category, like my nootropics. So I go into nootropics, I go into brain, and I say, this is my 250 or my 330, or this is my 1056 video, you know, picture or video. But I have those labeled so that when I go to different platforms, I know which ones that I need to use at the different platforms. Char did a page on the different sizes for the different platforms. Shar, if you could post that in chat for those that weren't here last week to get that. So you'll know what size to go in and fix it. And then you need to save them there. Also in your website, you need the 250 by 250 image or 333 by 275, I think. Nothing bigger than that. It takes up too much space. So don't just automatically go and copy an image and then copy it back into your website because it might be too big and then you're taking up gobs of space. So go ahead and download the image into a file, then go and resize it and save the resized image because your original size image might be the size you need to go and publish somewhere else on another social media platform. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Got it. Mr. Gerald. I have no questions. Okay, so Shar posted in the chat, so you guys go and open that and bookmark it so you know what size that you need for different platforms. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have that available. Trust me, it comes in handy to have those because certain advertising platforms will only allow you to have certain image sizes. If you don't have that image, remember, every platform follows the same protocol: videos, images, graphs, content. So if you post an advertisement or an ad without one of the top three, more than likely you're not going to get a lot of views on that ad. People are visual shoppers. Trust me, I worked in retail a lot of years. If your window looks good, they're going to come into your store. Ask any woman here if they're in a mall and they see something in the window that catches their eye, they're going into that store. It's like blue, there's a magnet, just grabbed them by the neck of their collar and just drug them in. I guarantee you, if any man goes to Bass Pro, Cabela's, or any sports shop, and they got some kind of sign on sale on fishing, hunting, sports equipment, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to make a beeline. Where's that sale? I need me some 2010 shots. Or, I need some 22s. We just bought some 22s. So, yeah, 410 shots. Need some of those too. But, so just letting you guys know, you have to make sure your storefront is appealing. Did I just lose everybody? Yes, I froze. Is everybody still here with me or did I lose everybody?
Going for. There she is.
Yeah, my computer flickered. All right, what did I miss?
I have a question on
Yes.
your page that you're going to post. The picture for brain.
Mm-hmm.
Have they changed their packaging on that? Because it
No.
doesn't look like
No, it doesn't look like it. That's what ChatGPT directed its image of my brain product. I'm still going to use it.
Okay, I was just curious whether they were
No,
changing the
no.
packaging.
And I can actually go in and say, hey, here's the image. Can you create me an image around this? I didn't do that. And so that's what it gave me. I can always go back and change it later. But I promise you nobody else has an image like that. But if you also look through that page, you see that I actually have the actual image of brain. So again, when you're using ChatGPT, if you don't give it exact details, it creates what it assumes your package product, um, or even spelling is. So when you go in and create and ask ChatGPT to create images, tell it, I need you to spell it this way. Here's an image of the product I want you to put in this, and then create it. If you give it carte blanche to create it, you get what I got.
And 9 times out of 10 will be spelled wrong. So really be
Yes.
careful.
Yes. So you want to make sure you include the spelling you want in your image because it will spell wrong.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Yes, Mr. Gerald.
Yeah, I think this is good info for everyone right now. Char told me and ChatGPT both told me, like for an image of my sports guys, if you get A1 to do it, it doesn't even matter for Google AdSense because it's not an actual image.
No, it's one that they've created. So it's very unique to what you've told it to do. So you don't have to worry about anybody having one like it.
Yeah, Chat mentioned and Char goes, no, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
However, you can put your watermark on there. So my watermark is just my Chardon design, and I
Mm-hmm.
make it 30% so people can't see it. It's in the background, but you can tell it's there if you're searching for it. So if you put your watermark of your business name on there and make it very light, it's your image. And if somebody else uses it, then you can go after them.
Yeah, you can go after them.
Oh, that's
So
fun.
yeah, so that's how, and you know, if you really wanted to boil down to it, somebody can say, hey, I see you have a watermark on your image. It's very neat. Can I buy your image or rights to use your image? And then that's where you say, sure, charge them a price. You take the watermark off and send it to them. How many places don't you see that where it says, hey, I'll sell you? Roy does it. Well, can't remember what that one he uses, but that's how he gets those images. He pays for them. He pays to have that watermark removed. So, I mean, just another leg of income if you want to think about it. So, all right, with that being said, now we're going to go in and actually ask ChatGPT to create some ads for us. So I'm going to do my share, and hopefully I haven't run out of space because I've been working in ChatGPT a lot the last few days. So now it's asking me, do I want to create a Canva template? And I'm like, no, I don't want to create slides. I would like to create some unique targeted, you're in my way, ads for my for this campaign. Please also include keywords and elements into the ads. I would like them to be around. And I like 75 to 100 words. So let's see what it's going to give me. All right, so here it is. Add to what's in your can. I love that. I love that. Real results, no hype. Investigate before you drink. And then it's asked me to create images. I would tell it to, but not right now. I would ask it to create the hashtag. So I want it to, can we create ads with the comparison information and still gear towards the purchase of my brain? So here it is, giving me comparisons. So look, I love this. Compare that to Red Bull's $3 for one jittery hour. I love that. Choose smarter, choose brain. So here it is. Red Bull gave you wings, brain gives you results. Really? Great. Um, you do the math. So again, perfect, perfect. And it's asking me to do that email content. So when you get down here and you're like, hey, yeah, can you create me an email campaign? You can ask it to create all of this information. You can ask it to create a graphic template, carousel ideas. I wouldn't worry about this too much. The email content will be perfect because sometimes your email content makes great advertising campaigns or great ads, especially for places for businesses like LinkedIn, MeWe, sometimes on Instagram, Alignable. What's some of the other ones that are out there that I use? I can't remember all of them. But these are all business platforms. Those of you that are doing Savings Highway Global, which is another phenomenal product or program that we can market that has so many things. And if you were not on the call Saturday and heard Steve talk about the business to business part of it, where they actually can set up a business page for any company that has 500 employees or more to set up for them to use that for insurance purposes, for health benefits, travel. They set up for the company, you get the commissions for everybody in that company that signs up, plus the company gets a commission for anybody that signs up. And every month you get that. That's amazing. This will be the perfect platform. And I'm seriously have that in draft where I'm going to be using that. I'm getting information from different insurance companies right now on pricing and then comparing it to if they come in at the platinum or the titanium for Savings Highway Global and how much they would save on just insurance, health insurance, just the free medicines that you can get by being part of Savings Highway Global helps. So that's a whole nother tangent. But anyway, the email content will be a great tool to create because then you can have a whole email that you can send out to people. But then you can also break that email down and have a very comprehensive ad for business ad sites. Even in the regular advertising places that we go and post, they have a business section. This would be a great place to go and have an email content type ad where it literally breaks down some more valid information that you can put in those types of advertising platforms and be more professional. So I can ask it, can you create, ooh, what did just happen? Oh, I hate when I hit the wrong thing. Okay, it just maximized my page. Help. I always forget which button I push that does that. Anyway, I'll fix it here in a minute. Not right now. Now I can't see what I'm doing. It's too big. Hold on, let me get out of here so I can fix this. Hold on just a minute. I hate when it does that. My whole screen just changed on me. Where's my page? Okay, I got some issues here. I've literally lost everything. All right. Shar, I'm gonna log off real quick. You take over until I can get back.
You got it.
Hey, let me call you back. I'm in the middle of training. What are you doing?